Hey YouTube, what up? I'm live. We're live. We're alive. Isn't that amazing? So welcome to this hangout, whatever this is, this live hangout chat. The first time I've actually done a YouTube live thing. So if you don't know me, my name's Mio Biskin. I'm a singer-songwriter from Melbourne, Australia. I've done some cool shit, but I'm not going to go into it because that's boring. And you want to learn something about you. So that's what I'm here to do. I want to share some tips and some ideas about how to make more time to do your creative work, because it's very easy to get distracted and then also maybe avoid doing some creative work, especially if you've been at it for a while and it's gone from the honeymoon phase of like, I'm just gonna make stuff, woo, to like, I really love this, but this is kind of challenging, and I'm not making time for it, but I want to. Then you're in the right place, basically. Yes, time is of the essence. It's all you have when it comes to making your art. You have to make time for it, because time, as you know, does not miraculously just show up for you to do your creative work. You have to decide that you want to do it. Decide that you want to make your art. It's the same as someone who goes to the gym. They don't accidentally go to the gym. They don't accidentally just start pumping weights and putting themselves through this, tough workout. They have been through an experience and they thought, you know what? I really want to go to the gym because I need to get fitter and healthier, and maybe I want to lose some weight and I want to look shredded for summer. So I'm gonna make time. I'm gonna go to the gym, get a gym membership, and I'm gonna go like 3, 5, 7 times a week, depending on how shredded they want to get. And the same analogy applies to your creative work. How shredded do you want to get as an artist? And that's kind of what it comes down to. If you really are serious about being an artist or just doing more creative work, you don't have to be like, I'm going to take over the world. But if you're interested and you think that doing your creative work is important, then you want to do what the shredded dude or dudette does, and you want to make time for it. You want to schedule in basically 5 workouts. So it doesn't have to be like that either. I'm just kind of, off the cuff here, just talking about how to make time for your art. So I'm going to give you a tool to think about how to do your art and how to kind of set that up in your week. So this is a pretty practical video on how to actually make time for your art. So I'm going to start with this image here. So this is an image of a jar that's full of sand, pebbles, and rocks. And this is how most people set up their week. They end up filling it with lots of little to-do actions, or being totally distracted, like just, scrolling on Instagram, or I don't know, just texting stuff or watching TV shows that don't really do much for them, make them feel good in the moment, but not long term. So that's that. And then this is these are the pebbles, and these are activities that have to happen in your week. So it might be just doing some washing or cleaning up or doing whatever, and they're pretty important to do. And then up here you have the rocks. The rocks are the big and important things that you really care about deep down, but in this case you end up not having time for them. This one here is probably your art. If you're someone who's not creating, like not writing songs all the time, or not painting all the time, or not making films, or not dancing, and you say, I just don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. That's that rock there, and it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit into your week. There's not enough space for it. So what we have to do is this. We have to flip the script. And when it comes to planning your week or thinking about your week, the big rocks go in first. That's pretty much all I want you to remember from this video. The big rocks go in first. So this might be your art practice. When you set up your week, just hold on 1 second. Here we go. When you set up your week, so this is what I do each week. I do a weekly planner. And that I know that sounds so cool, and you just want to be a part of, making weekly planners. But this is a pretty fun one. I make it colorful, but the best thing is when I make a plan, I tend to get heaps of awesome creative work done. And when I get to the end of the week, I feel really good. So this is a weekly commitment list that I made last week. And you can see that I set up my 6-month calendar planner, which is over there. I worked on the film clip for 10 hours. I was setting up a workshop. I got feedback from people. I was deciding on singles for my new album. When all of that actually gets done in a week, it feels like you've just leapt a mile. So it comes back to the planner. So the planner, I start with put in all of the necessity things. So that may be one of the other rocks. One of the other rocks is just things that are necessary as part of your life. So some of that's sleep and food and previous appointments. So I do coaching calls with other creative people. So I put them in. So these are appointments with other people. Then the very next thing that I do, the second thing that goes into my planner is creative time. It's the second thing. So it's not the 94th thing, which it is for a lot of artists out there. If that's you, then hey, that's cool. But maybe today's the day where you go, you know what? I know that I say that I'm an artist and I say that I'm creative and I say I want to do stuff. Today's the day to get into integrity with yourself. And that's another very, very good feeling. So you put out onto that calendar, you put out the things that need to happen, the necessities, things that are kind of booked in and they're going to happen. But then the very next thing is you put in your creative work. This is really like the first thing that you choose to go into your calendar. Then, you may have something else like you want to spend time with someone that's really important to you. So you block that in because these are things that you care about long term, that you want these things to be successful long term. So your music career, your life in general, and maybe it is health and fitness, or maybe it is spending time with a significant other. So then what happens is after that, all of these things, they fit in and around the big rocks. So everything else in your life can then fit in and around your creative time. And then after that, the little distractions and little bits of leisure here and there, they can fit in and around those other things. And then you're able to fit everything in, but you have the same amount of stuff going on. So it's the same life. It just has been reorganized in a way that's going to work. It's going to give you time and space to make your art. It's going to make you feel really good. You're going to experience progress much quicker. And that's the way to do life. That's how you do it. Cool. So I hope that was insightful in some way, or I hope you had some insights and had some ahas, and hopefully you're starting to reconsider that your creative work and being a creative person should not be 94th on the list. It should be at least in the top 3, 4, 5 of the things that are important to you to engage with during your week. So the way that I recommend you do that, how do you get it from 94th to, number 1? the way to do it is to do some journaling. So once you've watched this video, please don't just jump onto another video. Take just 2 minutes, even if you do this in the chat below, like do it in the comments below. Just write out 3 reasons why doing your art is really important. And then if you want to, add 1 thing that you're going to complete this week or next week when it comes to your creative practice, and let us know. And then I'll be in those comments hanging out with you. If you need a hand with anything else to do with your creative practice, let me also know what's the thing you struggle with most. If it's not time and money, maybe it's confidence. Maybe the inner critic is kind of, the negative self-talk is sabotaging you. Maybe you don't have the connections, whatever it is. I'd love to hear from you about that. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, all of that. Hit the like. I don't know what all the other things that I should ask you to do, but just be a part of this conversation. The other thing to do, actually, there'll be a link in the description to go to creativitymindsetmastery.com, and there should be either a free webinar that I'm doing or a free book that I'll give you, which is also lays out like the 7 most important steps you need to take to sort of transform yourself as an artist into being productive and prolific and engaged and getting better and all that stuff. So check those things out. I look forward to being a part of your world. Welcome to mine. I will catch you soon. Peace out.